Alright, so hello. Yeah, this is just a small intro, just to make a small, quick announcement. I know it's probably very bright on the video. That's because I'm taking advantage of the sunlight today. It's very early in the morning, by the way, and I did not get any sleep, and I'm about to tell you why. So, in case you don't know, I'm still trying to find my identity on this channel of what type of content I want to bring and how I want to bring it, which is the most important. And so from time to time you'll have these normal videos, these different videos actually, not the normal videos, these different videos of, in today's case it'll be the, I don't think it's top 9, I think it's top, no, it's not top 10, it's top 9 because, yeah, I only have 9 decks right now that I'm playing. Of my favorite decks, but the most of my videos will be gameplay of Chaotic Recode because it's the only way I have to practice the game. But the problem was, as you guys know, I needed to either to speak with you guys freely and make as much noise as I as I wanted. I needed to be in a very specific window to record, which is not very late into the night for me here in Portugal, but it is also not the most active period of time in Chaotic Recode. And what I decided to do is I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna be recording a bunch of games in the most active moments of Chaotic Recode, which I found out yesterday/today, because it's at between 2 and 3 in the morning here in Portugal, which is insane. But I really wanted to bring videos. I wasn't active here. I wasn't even active on the One Piece channel, but I wasn't active here because I just couldn't find games. The moments I wanted to play, the moments I had to play the and so it was very hard. So this night, I decided to make the experience to see when is the Chaotic Record actually the most active, and it's between 2 and 3 in the morning here in Portugal. And like, it makes the finding game super quick. I click find game, it finds right away. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do exactly what I do on One Piece. I'm gonna record the games in silence because I can not make any noise. I mean, it's 2 to 3 in the morning. And then I'm gonna record a voiceover over those games, just trying to explain what I was trying to do, misplays I did, which is also nice, to see those replays. But yeah, those will not be the best of quality in terms of commentary. I just don't want it to be silent replays. I think that's very boring for you guys to watch. You guys can watch that on Chaotic Recode on spectating. So yeah, so those games usually on One Piece I sped them up. But this I can't speed up because I don't actually understand what is going on half of the time, so I actually need to pay very careful attention to what's going on. And so you guys gotta know I have to bear with me. Hopefully when I start understanding at least 98% of Chaotic and what's going on around it, will be better. So yeah, thank you so much. I still hope you guys enjoyed. I already have some replays. Also, this leaves me the opportunity of just recording a bunch of replays and then just uploading the best. But these next, I think I'm gonna do 2 videos with 2 replays, different replays. Those are just tests. I didn't see if they were the best games or the worst games, to be honest. I don't care. It's just an experience. I'm still trying to find the identity of the channel, so bear with me just a little bit more. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Alright, so hello, I am TCG, and today we have a different video. I'm still on Chaotic Recode because I'm gonna use these decks as reference, by the way. Let me just bring it over here, actually. There you go. And so what I want to bring you guys is, I've been playing a lot of decks, different decks. Some of these are new, some of these are older, and and what I want to bring is pretty much tell you, by my experience, where are the most fun decks I've played by now. Which I think are stronger, which I think are the most funniest decks to play. So yeah, some of these will not be in the list, but that's because I either don't have much experience. Well, actually, most of these I don't have much experience. I'm a new player, so yeah. But it's because I don't think there would be on the list. I think I have 9. Yeah, I have 9 decks here. I wanna 9 decks slash strategies that I wanna shout out here. So yeah, let's get into the first one, which is what I call the passive income. These are the Marillions. This is the deck I like the least, but this is a normal strategy. Pretty much he uses the Marillions passive, like the Fluidmore, so every time you use an attack of water, I believe, they get both of these. They get 1 music counter, and then usually the strategy revolves around using Naina to exchange those music counters to on any of your backline. Like in my case, it's Erkan that heals 10 damage to target creature if that creature has water, which all of them have except this. They get 20. They heal 20 instead. So it's pretty good, but he only has 1 music counter, and thanks to Naina, once per turn I can exchange all of those music counters to him. So we have pretty much unlimited healing. Yeah, that's pretty much what the Marillions are. You guys already know this, but there are also pure Marillion builds. I just don't have one here. I decided to bring Naina as well because that's the most popular one I see on the recode. So yeah, I don't enjoy them. I don't know what it is. The design on the creatures, by the way, is a factor. I don't know how big of a factor it is, but the fact I love every single tribe except these. So the fact that I have to play with them, I don't know, it feels weird, but they are strong, but I just don't have that much fun playing with it. Next is the Danian strategy. So there are a bunch of Danian strategies that I tried. I don't know which one is the best, but so yeah, so as you guys can see, there's ants, and then there's another one with this is new. But let's get to the one that I enjoy the most first. This is a simple one. You use your front creatures pretty much as the main fighters, and you have 2 Yondaf and 1 that bulks. Pretty much they infect themselves, and then this lets Flindar to heal himself back to full health once per fight, sometimes twice per fight, depending on how the game goes or the battle goes. And then you have the Hiadrum, which also, you know, once you activate Hive, he gains 15 energy and intimidates 15 energy on the creature on the other side. So yeah, it's a pretty simple strategy. I enjoyed this one. It's pretty fun, but compared to the ones that come into the list later, it's not the most fun. Another one that I tried is Ants, but better. I did not try this one as much. I don't even know what this actually likes to do. But I was talking to a guy that gave me these deck lists, obviously. I don't make my own deck lists right now. I made some tweaks here and there because some of the deck lists I find are outdated. But it's very rare for me to do my own list with my own attacks and locations and musics and so on. Only the top 2 and 1 decks that I have most fun with is the ones that I tweaked a bit, because it's the ones that I have the most fun, so it's the ones I play the most, so it's the ones I actually know what I like and don't like, and want to see and don't want to see. But yeah, I don't know what this one likes to do, but I need to get better. I know Elna likes to sacrifice himself and using Olsli's Wreck to destroy battle gear on the strongest creature of my opponent. But after that, I don't know how much I can adapt. That's pretty much it. And then I have a new one. I haven't tried this one. I played against this one yesterday. It was a super fun strategy. It's a super simple strategy as well. Pretty much, people start sacrificing themselves as they die. My ants die, the other one gets stronger to the point that this guy just becomes the ultimate boss. Because Elexia makes everybody a defender, it makes it very easy to protect her and keep throwing her to the back line. Obviously, if they had Perennial Forest, I'm kind of fucked. But otherwise, pretty good and simple strategy, and looks pretty fun, but I haven't tried it. But yeah, next is the War Beast. Now this one I don't have. There's a more beta version of this, by the way. This is a more simple version, but this one, it's pretty fun as well. I do enjoy War Beast. I think I need to give it a little more time, but there is a version where there's 2 T-Rexes, if I'm not mistaken, over here. I need to try that one because people say it's stronger, I believe. I think people say that. But yeah, for now, this is a simple one. You have Blasvatan and Kileron. 2 War Beasts that just... the idea is just to destroy your entire opponent's team with these 2. They have big recklessness, but obviously these 3 over here take it to 0. And then you just have Malvadine here as a defender to defend your anti-recklessness tech. Pretty simple as well. Again, I mostly play simple strategies, but I just still don't understand the game enough. At least if I understand my own deck, I don't understand the deck on the other side, so I still get caught off guard many times. But one thing with more experience I'm starting to realize is the game does rely a bit on luck in terms of matchups. There was an argument I had long time ago, where I was defending that Chaotic was not as luck based as the person on the other side was defending. But that I also said back then that may be my lack of experience, and now that I have more experience, I do believe there are just some strategies I just cannot counter. There's no, like, it's like a triangle meta, like a rock paper scissors kind of thing, where depending on your opponent's lineup on the other side, you pretty much win or lose already. But obviously, and then there's more luck factories. Sometimes you just high roll a lot and your opponent low rolls a lot, and that's, there's a lot of luck involved, obviously. But the game is still pretty fun, but I'm starting to realize the luck factor is very present. Kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest. I wouldn't differentiate the two. I think two have the most luck-based games I ever played. The only thing Yu-Gi-Oh has is it's the best of 3, so you have side deck. That's the only thing that makes it less skill-based, maybe, but yeah. Sorry, little rant, but that's it. Next is Wise Guys here. So Wise Guys I thought I was going to enjoy a lot more. So I'm playing this version. It's a pretty simple version. You have Drape to heal. Also, you have Garv that gives that flips up these 2 battle gears to extra heal, and then you give Recklessness 5 to your opponents every time he invades you. That's actually good. And then you have Ikantosh, which is kind of, in my opinion, the most important creature, because you do not have elements, or no, wait. At the beginning of round, if you're engaged creature... No, exactly. You have no elements, so you get 20 energy. The only creature I don't get this buff is Tartarek, I believe. Yeah. But he still gets a pretty good buff with the Battle Gear, and so... he has high wisdom. Actually, his ability gives you more wisdom, so he's pretty good on Wise Guys. The idea is just use your wisdom, challenge wisdom, stat check wisdom, whatever, to make big attacks go through. I thought I was going to enjoy this a lot more, but I actually don't, so that's why it's in this place on the list. I do have good experience with this one. I did play a bit more than the ones that I talked about first on the list. But this, I don't know, man. I don't know. But Ivina is a pretty cool card and a pretty strong card. I give them that. Maybe it's my lack of experience that it's not taking full advantage of what this deck actually does. But I used to know that this deck used to be stronger with an attack that was OP, and now it's just banned. I just don't know what that attack is. But yeah, not much to talk about here. Pretty simple. Ivina usually clears a whole team, by the way. Most of the time I found that. Next, what is next? Wise Guys, and after is Elemental Maxxor. Now, I did not have as much success as I did, for example, with Wise Guys when it comes to this deck, but I did have more fun. It's a simple strategy. Pretty much these 3 will clear out the lineup on the other side, but then you have Relim that's giving 20 energy to all of them, which makes them more tanky, and then you just play basic attacks that do a good amount of damage, and then you have extra damage with your Battle Gear over here. This is not the case. He actually just becomes gets a bit more energy and intimidates energy here with this Battle Gear. But there. And then you have Arthoa. Arthoa makes all of my all of my checks here on my attacks go through, so that means I don't need to worry about. For example, this gets countered by Wise Guys, because many attacks I play take away my wisdom or take away my own courage, but because all my stat checks are going through, I don't need to worry about them. This also makes, so for example, wise guys or for example Pop Maxxor that usually plays by courage challenges, everything goes through on the other side as well when it comes to that, but here we just do more damage because every single check is going through, so it's pretty good. Again, compared to some of the strategies that I talked about before, not as strong, but pretty simple and super fun to play, and obviously having Maxxor on the team just bumps it on the list because Maxxor is just my favorite creature. Next here is Underworld Burn. Somewhat low on the list in my opinion. But I do love this strategy a lot. I also know it's meta. This is my deck, right, by the way. I think I made some tweaks here and there, but not many in this case. But I did do some tweaks here and there. I just don't remember what. Oh yeah, I think I was playing with the skeletal horse, whatever the multi gear name is, where you could just jump into the backline. I just changed that for more Phoenix Belt and a Nexus Fuse, Giganthropper here on an Ulmar, so he actually has a chance to fight. But pretty much the Underworld Burn, everybody knows Underworld Burn. You just one-shot everything, like you just do a bunch of damage with your Mujiks, abilities with Ulmars, that pretty much give you 20 damage. 20 damage every fight, pretty much every time, so that's a consistent 20 damage. Then you have your Mujik that does extra damage. It's a lot, it's really a lot. Takinom, now it's not unique, you can actually play 2. She's an extremely strong character because of the Strike 10. And then you just have KR that has Fire 10. It's insane, really. It does really hit hard, and the energy on these cards is not bad. 65, 65, 65. Like, it's pretty good. Not only that, my KR has the Drow skin. I used to play the Whip, which gives you Fire 5, if I'm not mistaken, and gives you power or strength or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I really do enjoy this, but compared to the ones looking further on the list, this just falls a bit short. Also because I'm not a good player, I'm a new player, so it's just not, I'm just not good with any deck besides the top one. Even the top one I'm not that really good, but it's the one I understand the best. But this one is super fun. I will dedicate my more time to this deck, by the way. In terms of played time, let's call it this, this is in 3rd. So the fact that this is in 4th place, yeah, 4th place, but it's still my 3rd most played deck, just means there's one deck here that I didn't play as much, but it's so much fun that just goes up on the list. But yeah, Underworld Burn still very good. I will give it more time. Next, what is next is the deck that I didn't play that much time, but it is so much fun that I just love the deck, to be honest. Ursis Dagger. I love the creatures without tribes. I wish I could have Ursis on this side as well, but I don't know how this works. One weekend this guy is at 2, and during the week is at 1, then the next week is back at 2. I don't know how many, like, it was so confusing when I made this deck and started using, because I saw people playing Ursis at 2, I changed it to 2. Obviously I don't want to play Lord Van Blood, but I played Ursis at 2, then all of a sudden next day I could not play Ursis at 2, so I don't know what's going on in the ban list, but yeah. I wish I could play at 2, it does make a significant difference at 2, but I changed it to Lorn Van Blood because he's also a Muge, and he has 2, he has pretty much the same stats, just actually better stats most of the time, actually, yeah. Better stats, and it has the same elements, just doesn't have as much energy. So I don't know if you guys have any suggestions on what to play here, but for now this is it. Pretty much the Ursis Dagger is, you play a bunch of attacks that don't rely on the elemental type, and if you play those attacks, the Bulldoze Dagger, which is the dagger part of the deck, pretty much makes it do 10 extra damage. So this, for example, no elements, 10 extra damage, deal 10 damage if the opposing engaged creature does not share a tribe. So that would do 20 damage. Because of Boulder's Dagger, it does 30. So that's a very big attack. Just to give you an example. And then you have the Wundra. I don't know. That pretty much plays this Out of Obscurity, which lets me infect 2, I believe. Infect X uninfected if you control none. No, 3, yeah, exactly. I was like 3, but I only have 2 Muji counters. So I spent the 2 Muji counters here, and I get to I spend the amount of Muji counters I want, and I get to infect those, and then I get an extra one because I'm playing non-Danians on my deck. So that makes it 3, which usually are the main 3 on the other side, so I make sure that I win those fights. Why do I want to infect them? Because of his ability, non-Danians you control deal 5 additional damage to infected creatures. That's pretty much it. That's why I play him. It's pretty simple, but those 5 are... they actually make a difference, especially when you're hitting it as hard as I am with these attacks. But yeah. And then you have Tafiol. That's just kind of to use my Melody of Mirage and to activate more Mujiks. Also, attacks that I play that were already on discard do an additional 5 damage. So these would give overall 10 damage. Usually just plus 5, but from time to time an extra 10, which is pretty nice. So yeah. And then you have Smildon, which is a defender to defend these 2. And you have Blades, which pretty much every time I would do 0 damage, it just does 15. He is an incredible tank because of Carol Rux Husk Armor. If this gets flipped down, this guy is in big trouble. But still does not happen that many times. So pretty strong deck, super fun deck. That's why he's on my top 3. I just wish I could play another Ursis, but I believe it's very OP if I do get to play it. That's why I think it's limited to 1. Yeah, but that's it. Next, and top 2 now. The second deck I have the most fun with, and I play the most actually, Mipedian Strike. I hate this on the other side when I'm playing against it. I love this when I'm playing it. It's pretty strong. Sorry. It's pretty strong. Because I'm still a new player, I still get punished very easily, obviously. What I mean by this is by Ifshan. Ifshan makes so that every time I expend air, I can target an adjacent creature and it gains untargetable. So usually what you want to do is you want to keep him close to your main fighters, and usually what you do is you give... you make either your creatures or an opponent's creature untargetable. For example, in case of the Underworld burn, you make your own creature so the burn does not actually go through. This actually makes so that you cannot heal your own creatures with the Mujiks or whatever you have to heal. But for example, against Pop Maxxor, sometimes you just spend this right away into the enemy creature so they do not get healed. And Maxxor Pop usually relies a lot on heal, so you just take that away right away, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then obviously Mipedian Strike just hits as hard as possible because of its invisibility strike 10. In this case, invisibility strike 5. Not only that, Owaihiki, I'm sorry, I can't say these names, man. Just gives you a strike 10. With invisibility, which all of them have, all of your fighters. So it gives you a plus 5, so this actually does strike 15, this actually does strike 20, but because I have 2, that makes it strike 20, strike 25. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple strategy, by the way. I just need to, as a player, I just need to get better at Ifshan's timing to use its ability. And yeah, pretty much we hit hard, but we actually don't have as much energy as other creatures have. So yeah, it's, for example, in terms of Underworld burn, they have pretty much the same energy as us, but they hit harder with more consistency, pretty much, because they play Phoenix Belt and we don't. So yeah, we can't. We need to have fire for it to actually do good damage. But still super fun. I still want to bring a good match here to the channel of this because I do play this a lot. But yeah, I need to get better at timing if jumps and my attacks because I have a lot of attacks. I have a lot of attacks that just draw attack and discard an attack. So yeah, obviously because I have invisibility strike, this usually means that I can use them and still do 15 damage or 20 damage in this case, 20-25. But you know, I still miss the timing pretty bad. So I need to get better at that. But yeah, super fun. And now let's go to the top one, which is the obvious one, Maxxor Pop. This is the main deck. This is the deck that I changed the most. I changed a lot of the attacks. I changed a lot of the gears. I changed some of the locations, the musics as well. Yeah, the music. I actually changed it recently because I was not seeing Interlude of Interruption. But yeah, my most fun deck to play, to be honest. I love this, man. I love Maxxor Pop. I don't think it's the most meta deck, but it is definitely pretty good. Especially with Garv, I do have the Drape version. You guys saw there that I had Pop Maxxor with Drape. By Garv, it's much better. I play with the Girga Thar, which gives 20 heal. And I also play with Telebracers. I use Garv. Sometimes most of all the games actually, I flip up the Girga Thar, obviously. But the second use of its ability, I don't always use on Telebracers. I sometimes use it to flip down the enemy's battle gear if I find it fit. I also have where is it? Elemental Oxidation. I have one here. I wanted to play two, but Gravel Grind it's pretty good against Danians, so that's why I'm playing one of each. Elemental Oxidation, I love it, to be honest, to also flip the battle gear down. It's very strong. It wins me a lot of battles. So yeah, I really enjoy. RB makes one attack per battle, pretty much. Only deal 5 damage. So yeah. And Maxxor, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You have Najami, which is a very high, very powerful Muge that only plays one less for every Mugic I want to play, and with a bare minimum of 1 cost. And then you have your main fighters, which is Tartarek and Maxxor. Tartarek with Phoenix Belt. I was playing something else. I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, Evergreen Tunic on both of them. But the extra energy is not as good as the extra damage, to be honest. Because if they flip this upside down, Tartarek just gets to a situation where Tartarek will most likely lose. And with Phoenix Belt, if they try to flip it down, we can still use it to damage. Or sometimes I use Garv to flip it up when they're not engaged and deal an extra damage. So it's pretty good, as a lot of versatility to the deck. 0 armor on Maxxor because we want to make sure he does not get one-shotted. Obviously against Underworld Burn, he can still be one-shotted because of the Mugics, but usually you have a lot of things to stop that. That's pretty much it. But yeah, the strategy is you're tanky as hell. All of your locations usually takes away damage from your opponent. Sometimes your opponent and yourself, but you don't really care because you're playing for Maxxor, which every time they try to do damage, and they do damage, our next attack will do plus extra 5 damage. That stacks. So 5, they do an attack that deals damage, goes to 10, do an attack that deals damage, goes to 15, and so on and so forth. To the point that I'm playing a lot of heals, like Evaporize, Sediment, Storm Shield, and then all of these heals also deal damage because Maxxor just keeps on stacking that passive. I also play Traditionalist's Charge, which deals 10 damage and heals 5 damage. It does not deal 15 because we do not have 100 power, but I think 10 damage and heal 5, it's pretty good, especially if you do stack your Maxxor's passive. So yeah, this was the video. These are the decks I enjoy the most. This is the deck I enjoy the most. This is definitely my main deck. And the deck that I find the most success with, because I just simply know what I'm doing with this deck. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.